Well, there I was, recently promoted, recently trained on what my new roles and responsibilities were, but I was gridlocked. I had no idea what I should do. There were so many new and foreign tasks to me that when I tried to start one, I thought of another and I would jump to that one. I had no idea why I was being so scatterbrained all the time. There were a few pretty large projects that I was making no progress on, and I felt stressed out at the end of the day because I felt I made no progress on anything. And on my way home, I would think about it, and when I got home, I would think about it, and I'd stress about it all the way through until I fell asleep for the night. When I woke up in the morning, I would think about what I needed to do that day, and I would go into work with the best intentions, sit at my desk, and then realize I've got 18 things to do and I gotta do them right now. Well, then was the vicious cycle of not getting anything done, and this played out for a couple of weeks. And then I picked up a copy of this book, The One Thing. The very first thing you read in the book is if you chase 2 rabbits, you will not catch either one. And this so succinctly explained my problem that I was compelled to not put this book down, and I know you're not going to be able to put it down either. Gary Keller goes into the lies we've been told throughout our lives about productivity. The first lie is that everything matters equally, which is absolutely and unequivocally not true. There are some things in life that are very important, and then there are those in life that are not important. I would say exercising and eating healthy are one of the important things, and checking your Facebook the moment you wake up is one of the more unimportant things in life. Imagine a heart patient coming home from the hospital after they had a heart attack. What's important for them to do? Clip coupons, wash their car? Sure, they could do those things, but what they need to start doing is focusing on their nutrition and their exercise. And that's what Keller identifies, is that we need to be very selective and prioritize the important things first, so that way the Pareto principle can ring true here, which is that 20% of your actions can cause 80% of the positive and desired results. The second lie that Keller identifies is multitasking. Multitasking is a lie. And it's a lie, Keller says, because nearly everyone accepts it as an effective thing to do. I mean, people try to learn how to do it better. And in reality, when you try to do 2 things at once, you either can't or won't do either very well. The term multitasking came around right around when computers were born. And if you think about it, we think that computers are excellent at multitasking, and in reality, they can only do things sequentially, one at a time, very fast. So if computers can't do the thing we call multitasking, why do we expect ourselves to do it? Problems with us trying to multitask is that the more time you spend on the secondary task that you switch to, the less likely that you are going to get the primary task completed. And when you bounce between one activity to another, you lose time in between because your brain has to orient to the new task. Keller cites that researchers estimate that 28% of an average workday is lost to multitasking. Just think about the last time you were working on a project and an email notification popped up. Well, what'd you do? You open the email, you figure out who sent you the email, what it's about, what they're asking you to do, where you can get the thing done or how you can get the thing done that they've asked you to do, and then you're completely distracted from your primary project. And if you do get done and finished and complete with that email, you get back into the project and you think about where you left off. You're going to make mistakes then too, because you're going to have a misunderstanding of where you left off. Your train of thought might be completely lost now. All these inefficiencies should prove to you that you need to kill the idea of multitasking being a good thing for you. The last lie we'll discuss is the thought that we're always able to tap into our willpower, which is just not true. You only have so much willpower. And if you think about it like a muscle, you only have so much before you become fatigued. So you've got to be really cautious on what you apply it on. I'd say the most important things you have to get done throughout the day have to occur early in the day when your willpower muscle is rested. The last thing you want to do is think that you have willpower at the end of the day to do your workout before bed, when in reality you've been checking emails, having conversations with coworkers, defending your ideas and opinions all day. Your willpower is done for. It's weak. It's fatigued. You need rest. That's why if your focus is working out and getting healthy, you should be doing those things first thing in the morning when your willpower is rested. The concept we need to take from this book is that we need to focus on one thing, our primary goal. Whether that be in our personal life, our health, our work life, whatever it is, we need to find one goal and to focus on that one goal and get rid of multitasking. Keller provides the reader a question, which he calls his focusing question, which you ask yourself in order to determine what you should be doing right now and whatever goal that you're trying to achieve. And the question is that, what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? That one question does so much. It focuses you on your big picture, the one thing that you're trying to work towards. But it asserts that you're going to be doing something right now, taking action right now. And it makes you think to yourself, what is the most important thing to do right now that's going to have a positive effect on your long-term goal? If your long-term goal is to get a chiseled body or a six-pack, and you're standing in the grocery store trying to decide what you're going to eat for dinner, the one thing that you could do right now is go buy a salad. When you walk by the Oreo aisle, the one thing that you could do right then is pass by without picking up a bag. When you're driving home from the grocery store and pass by McDonald's, the one thing you could do is not turn into it. When you get home and after you eat the salad, you're trying to figure out what you're going to do that night. The one thing you can do is to work out. Go for that 1.5 mile run. Do some sit-ups, do some crunches, do some push-ups. Always ask yourself and reevaluate, what's the one thing you can do right now such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary. There are so many other concepts and ideas in this book that are absolutely worthwhile. If you want your own copy of the book, click the link in the description and it'll bring you to Amazon. And don't forget, if you want to see more book reviews and get notified of when I publish new videos, be sure to subscribe.